called My New School. And I want you to think, have you ever gone to a new school? And how was the school the same or different? So right now, put your hands on for a second. Ray, what do you need? Okay, let's just worry about, we'll do this first, okay? All right, raise your hand if you've ever gone to a new school or a different school. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of you have gone to a new or different school. And I want you to think, those of you that have gone to a new school, how did you feel?
She just had to leave.
I'll tell you later.
Yes. Yep. They kind of filling me in.
Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit later. So, how did you feel at this new school? Were things the same or were they different? And a lot of times you'll find when you go to somewhere different, there are a lot of different things. So let's listen to this girl who's writing a letter to Emma. Okay?
My new school. Have you ever gone to a new school? How is the school the same or different? Dear Emma, hello from Japan. I've been at my new school for 2 weeks, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. So many things are different from our American school, but many things are the same too. School starts at 8:30 here, but I don't ride on a school bus. Each neighborhood has a school, so everyone walks or rides bikes. Mom accompanies me and then picks me up when school is over. The first thing I do when I get to school is take off my street shoes and put them in my shoe locker. My shoe locker looks just like my old cubby. It doesn't really lock, and it doesn't have a door either, but it's called a locker here. The next thing I do is put on my indoor shoes. Indoor shoes are like slippers. In Japan, most people wear indoor shoes when they are inside.
Okay, so this girl is going to Japan to school. How are the schools in Japan different than the schools here in the United States or here in Grenada? Wyatt?
Well, it's different language.
It's a different language, definitely. Different language. They speak Japanese, we speak English. Libby?
Different styles.
Different styles of clothing or shoes even. Good. Addie?
This is really weird, but why does the locker not have a door?
Well, good question. They have more of a cubby. Do you guys know what cubbies are?
Yeah.
And do cubbies normally have doors?
No.
No, they don't. So they just have a shoe cubby where they put their shoes. What do we have here at our school, or most schools in the United States? What do we have, Addie?
Lockers.
Lockers. You have your own locker where you can put your shoes, but you also have a door. You can put in your book bag and your coat and anything else that you bring to school. Hey, oh, sorry.
We don't have indoor shoes and outdoor shoes. We just use the same thing.
Right, we don't have indoor, outdoor.
We kind of go.
We kind of do have the snow boots and then tennis shoes.
It's really not that.
Right.
That's not really.
But a little same, but a little different. But what kind of shoes do they wear when they're inside? What are those called? Everybody?
Indoor slippers.
Indoor shoes, but slippers. Do you guys have slippers on today? No. Only on pajama day can we wear our slippers to school, right? So that is something different too. They get to wear their slippers. Wyatt.
The other thing is the writing just looks like a bunch of hashtags.
Their writing looks different. Very different.
Yeah,
They would probably say that about our writing.
Yeah, it looks like hashtags.
Well, for us it looks like that, but if they were to look at our writing, they'd say, whoa, that looks very different too. Brooklyn.
Oh, why do the shoes have their own lockers?
Because they have to take them off and switch.
Why is there a whole cubby of 2, 4, 6, 8?
Because this is probably the whole classroom shoes.
Oh.
So this wouldn't just be their shoes. It'd probably be Brooklyn shoes, Ingrid's shoes, Mason shoes, Raven's shoes. So this is for their whole classroom. Now, how do they get to school? Kaden?
Either ride bike or walk.
Ride bike or walk. How many of you ride your bike to school? Friday to Friday. How many of you walk to school? I think we only have Mason that walks. Are you the only one, Mason?
And Kinsley.
Oh, and Kinsley does too. Yep.
She's gone.
So just 2 of you guys out of 20. I'll tell you later. 2 out of you guys walk. How else do the rest of you get to school?
Bus.
Bus. Most of you have to rent a bus.
Bus.
Or you can rent a car. Right.
Or
Vehicle. A vehicle.
pigs.
Okay. All right, let's go on to the next part. Let's learn a little bit more about their school.
After I have changed my shoes, I sit at my desk. When our teacher, Mr. Saito, comes in, everyone stands and says good morning. Before we leave in the afternoon, we stand to say goodbye to him. It is a sign of respect. Do you sit at a table with other kids like we did last year? It's different here. We all sit at desks. There must be 30 or 40 kids in my class, so the room is very crowded. Of course, everyone speaks Japanese here, and that's the biggest difference. I guess I'm lucky because Dad is from Japan, and we sometimes speak Japanese at home. I still need extra help with the language, though. Sometimes I feel a little lost because the Japanese kids speak so fast that I can't understand them. Mom says that things will get easier as time passes. I think she is right. Every day I feel a little better. Guess what? I never need help when we study English. We also learn math and science, just like you do.
All right, what are some things that are different now from their school? John, what was something that was different? Think and I'll come back to you. Ingrid,
There are 30 or 40 people.
30 to 40
Oh.
kids. We only have 20. So just think if they had 40, that would be like another classroom of this all together in one big classroom. And they said it gets crowded. What does crowded mean? Squeeze together. Yep. And sometimes I feel we're crowded in here, but if you have 30 to 40, that is a lot of kids. So that is a typical classroom in Japan. In here, the most that they want teachers to have is like 25 students, which we're at 24 with our remote learners. So we're actually close to being maxed out. We can get up to 30, but that's a lot of kids. Mason.
The thing that they're the same with us that we have desks.
Yeah, so that's something that's the same. I was just thinking that too, Mason. They have desks. What do you guys have?
We don't.
Desks. Like, guess what, Raylan?
We didn't used to.
You didn't last year. What did you have last year?
Table.
Long tables that you had to share. So if you were in first grade, that would be something different because you have tables. But since you're in second grade with Mrs. Murphy, you get your own desk. And that's exactly what they have too. So good job, Mason. That is something that's the same.
Well,
Corla.
Our desk is a different shape.
Yeah. They look like they have a square desk. We have more of a, like a triangle or trapezoid, I call it.
And I
desk.
do not like it because it's not like even. You can
Yeah.
look at all your stuff like if you like put it like if you
so
put
we don't
it
have
like
Yes.
here.
I agree, Brooklyn. It's not as wide as I was thinking when I looked to order them. I thought they'd be a little bit more wider,
but they aren't.
but they didn't. When they came, they didn't come that way. They look that way in the picture, but
nope.
nope. Raylan,
What was I gonna say now?
did you forget?
I think
Really gets so long.
I can come back to you. I'll come back to you. John, did you think of a way they're different? I'll come back to you. Brooklyn.
they have to have only 30 or 40 kids in the class.
Yep, 30 to 40 kids in the classroom.
Or
Hayden?
You know how you said the picture looked a lot bigger? Sometimes pictures lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're deceiving is the word. They look like they're kind of lying, but they're really, it's just the way that the picture is. So you're right, Hayden. Sometimes when you see something, you're like, oh, that's what it looks like. And then when you get it, it's not really what it looks like, right?
What the heck? I didn't order
Yeah.
this.
And even like sometimes when you go to a hotel, like you look at pictures online and the hotel looks awesome.
Oh
and you get
no.
there and you're like, oh, this is not what the
And
pictures
it
look
just
like.
turns out into a dome.
I've had that happen before.
Me too.
So you're right, Hayden. Raylan. got it, but it
My
worked.
other school that I used to go, that was the first school I've ever gone to. I was only 3 years old.
Do you remember that school? Yeah.
Yeah, I had the snack for lunch. What?
Okay, all right, John, do you have yours?
Looks like that they like doing scribbles when they're like doing math.
Yeah, there's something that's the same. They do math, they do science,
Well,
just like us.
the difference.
Oh, their writing is gonna be different, right? So yes,
It's
that's
like
different. Their writing is
scribbles.
different.
It's like
No, don't call it scribbles because it's not scribbles.
line.
Nope. That's just their writing. Just like this to them, they might say this is scribbles. Is it scribbles to us? No, because we have learned our writing. This is our writing language. So they have a different one.
Mrs.
And
Murphy.
to us it looks different.
Mrs. Murphy.
Yeah.
And it's
But
line,
It's like
line.
they're
like
called
line,
characters.
Line.
Where we have letters and numbers.
So-
Carla.
The school that I went to two, this one and the other one. That one was way different because we would brush our teeth there. We would play with this sand stuff.
Did you do it in preschool too?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you go to preschool, they're a little different. Okay, I'm gonna take the last one on the list, and then we gotta move on to the next card.
The teacher's different.
The teacher's all different. And what do they do their teacher to show respect?
Say bye.
Stand and say hi.
Braylon?
Bye.
Yep, they stand and they say good morning. And then when they leave, they stand and say goodbye. And that shows respect. A few years ago, when I did this unit, we had a foreign exchange student here. Do you guys remember Pear?
No.
No.
Here.
Pear was here when you guys were in kindergarten. She was a foreign exchange student, and she was from Taiwan, which is by Japan. And I asked her if they stand to show respect to her teacher, and she said no, they bow to their teacher. So every morning they come in the classroom, they bow to their teacher, and that's a way to show respect.
Says hello.
Do you guys do that to Mrs. Murphy? No.
No.
Do you guys say hello, good morning? You use your words, you might wave. When we can hug, we can do that back again, but we don't bow. You guys don't have to stand to show respect. But that is one thing that we learned. Okay, on to the next part.
Miss Murphy, is there like some schools where people have to ride boats to their school?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Miss Murphy, it's
After
the same
I have changed my shoes, I sit at my desk.
It's the same
When our teacher, Mr. Saito, comes in, everyone stands.
Don't forget to change it.
Yeah.
There we go.
No, there's some writing.
There we go.
There's the
Can you guess my very favorite thing to learn? It's writing letters. Japanese characters, or letters, remind me of little designs, so writing is like drawing pictures. I also love learning about short Japanese poems called haikus. I am trying to write some. Here is a famous haiku poem translated into English. Close your eyes and try to see the poem. An old silent pond. A frog jumps into the pond. Splash. Silence again. My next favorite class is lunch. In Japan, lunch is a class, just like math or reading. We don't go to a lunchroom here. Mr. Saito and the class sit at tables in our classroom. He teaches us about nutrition and manners. Sometimes he explains how the foods have been prepared. Remember how I used to bring the same lunch every day? Well, things sure have changed. Now, instead of my usual peanut butter and jelly sandwich with apple juice, I eat hot Japanese foods. Every day, a lunch monitor serves the food. Today, it was my turn. We eat foods like soup, rice, fish, fried noodles, or buns stuffed with meat. We always drink milk with our meal.
Okay, what are some things that are different on this card? Wyatt? Okay.
But you're forgetting one more country that speaks English.
Well, there's lots of countries that speak English.
Like Britain.
Yep, Great Britain is one of them. You're right. So we're not the only country that speaks English.
And then the other one was Africa. This is my first school that I've ever been to. I haven't.
Yeah.
I didn't got
I haven't gone to preschool.
You didn't go to
Because I was
preschool.
too
Yeah, some kids don't go to preschool. So this.
I did.
Okay, let's talk about the card though. Things that are different. Arya, what was something that was different?
They don't have water bottles, but we do.
Yeah, we have water bottles. They don't.
They just diapers.
Addie.
Milk. They eat hot food and we don't.
Well, we have hot. We eat different kinds of hot food.
But they eat with sticks, don't they?
Yep, they probably use chopsticks.
I love those.
They eat soup, rice, fish, fried noodles, and buns stuffed with meat. Our menu is a little bit different than theirs. Rain.
Something that's the same. Wait.
Did you forget, Rain? Okay, I'll come back to you.
That they eat at pretty much their desk.
Yeah, they eat in their classroom. We eat in our classroom one time a month if you make it for dinner and a movie. But the rest of the time we eat in the cafeteria. They always eat in their desks, and what do their teachers have to do? Well, they eat.
Teach them manners
Teach them manners,
and be respectful. I think that's
nutrition. The teacher has to teach the kids how to be healthy and eat healthy. So that's something different because I don't have to do that with you guys at lunchtime. I try to teach you manners throughout the day, but I don't have to sit and teach you manners at lunchtime. Thank goodness, because you guys know your manners. Louis,
They don't have iPads and we do.
say it one more time, Louis.
They don't have masks and we do.
Definitely. Well, they might now. But when this was made, they didn't have masks. Okay. LES.
If they don't have language, they could do it dinosaur.
Right, but we're talking about the card. What are these called? These aren't letters and numbers. What are these? They look like symbols, but they're called characters. Characters. So when the teacher says, okay, write the letter G, the teacher will say, write the character. Addie, last one.
How do you know what character
Else what is different is because they have someone to serve them.
They have someone to serve them. Yes! They don't have a lunch lady to serve the food. Who serves the food? The lunch monitor. And the lunch monitor is the kids, I believe they said.
Well, I didn't know if I could say that.
Every day a lunch monitor serves food. Today it was my turn. So you guys, if you were in Japan and you were the lunch monitor, if it was Carson's turn today, he would serve everybody food. We would not have a lunch cook or lady to do that. Okay?
This was different too.
We don't have iPads.
Just a minute, Arya. Go ahead, Arya.
They don't have iPads, but we do.
Okay. Oh, 1 second.
Mrs. Murphy, how do you know what symbol though?
Each week, Mr. Seisler assigns some of us to be the cleaning team. This was my week, so my team did the cleaning. After lunch, we cleared the table. Later, we cleaned the classroom, the yard, and the hallways. Cleaning is very important here. As a part of the team, we learn to clean correctly. Then we can help our families at home. We also learn sewing and cooking in school. Mom says that soon I'll be a very good cook. Physical education is fun too. I've played some of the games in sports before, like tug of war, tag, baseball, and gymnastics. But others, like karate and fencing, are new and difficult. There are many clubs too. I joined the beginning violin club and the computer club. I guess that's all. Everyone is very nice here. I've made lots of friends. But it's not the same without you. I have a new email address, so please let's email. That way, we can catch up fast. I miss you. From your friend, Mickey.
Okay, let's talk about their cleaning team. That is something that is very different. Do we have a cleaning team here?
No, it's the janitors.
Who is it, Brooklyn?
The janitors.
We have our janitors that clean up after us. I think you guys should do it.
No! They clean your home too much.
I think if you guys had to clean we'd be here till 4 or 5 at night.
Yeah, and we could go do work.
Yeah, we still have to do our work, but instead of going home at 3, we would stay until maybe 4 or 5 and clean, because that's what the
And we could just
that's what the janitors do. When you guys are gone at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, they're cleaning. So I know that at their school in Japan, they have to have a cleaning team. It's very important. And also, please don't be rude. Please just be listening. Now, what do they have in Fayed like we do? What do they have in Fayed? Riley? What were some of their stuff they do in Fayed? Do you remember? Because they have Fayed just like you guys. Raylan, what were some of the stuff they do?
baseball, tag, karate, something and something.
Yeah, they do karate and fencing. Fencing is where they have like these long, like they are not really sports, but they're long and they have to like kind of move them and try to like get one of the other person's fence down. So they have fencing. We don't have fencing, but they have tug of war just like we do, tag, baseball, gymnastics. So they have some things that are the same, but they have some that are different also. Mason.
Where I came here, they call gym different.
Yeah. So you may call it gym or Fayed, or sometimes they call it physical education. And physical education is, Fayed is the short way to put physical education is Fayed. It's just a short way to put it. Arya.
Do they run laps like us?
That I don't know. We didn't learn that. That's a good question. I would think they would, but they might not. Wyatt.
What?
But speaking of tug of war, so this summer, because Ethan already has an RC boat, it's a racer boat.
Yeah.
And then for my birthday, because I've never had an RC boat, I'm going to get a battleship. But don't worry, the guns don't move or anything. And then we're going to have a tug of war to see who's as powerful. And I think mine is going to win. Because battleships always have more power. But they're really slow.
Okay. Kate, the last thing.
I'm stretching.
Oh, you're stretching. Ellie, sorry.
Why do you lock the door?
Because you can hear that there's a first grader out there that's not being very safe right now. And so I want to shut the door so that he doesn't try